At Healthcare Partners Medical Group, our mission is to provide the highest quality of healthcare to each and every patient. With 5 locations in Pahrump, we are local doctors you know and trust. We want to thank you for choosing us. Quality care starts here.
Pahrump Nugget, Progressive Cash Drawings, Mystery Point Multipliers, Mystery Gift Days, Extra Cash for 4 of a kinds, Bingo, Bowling, Football, and Food Specials. Looking for constant action? Look no further. Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino.
News 46 is brought to you by Healthcare Partners. News is brought to you in part by One Nevada Credit Union, where right now you can refinance your auto loan with rates as low as 2.98% and no payments for 90 days for qualified members. Call us today for details. News 46 is also brought to you by the Bankruptcy Center of Pahrump. When it comes to sensitive matters like bankruptcy, take a breath of fresh air by calling an experienced and compassionate attorney at the Bankruptcy Center of Pahrump, 775-727-4747. News is also brought to you by Pahrump Dermatology and Skin Cancer. When you need the best dermatology care in Pahrump, call Pahrump Dermatology and Skin Cancer, 775-727-9800. News is also brought to you by Capriotti Sandwich Shop, located in the Pahrump Nugget Casino. Call us at 775-751-3354 to order ahead. News is also brought to you by Hope Counseling Services, where we specialize in behavioral health, inspiring hope for a brighter tomorrow. Call 775-727-0101 for more information.
Tonight on News 46, Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue battles with a persistent brush fire.
A man is arrested following a 3-year investigation.
Nye County says no thank you to Contour Entertainment and the Versitis Group. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Doug Brindle and Rhonda Van Winkle. Local coverage from Deanna O'Donnell. News 46. Local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Tuesday, May 22nd, 2012. I'm Doug Brindle.
And I'm Rhonda Van Winkle for News 46. 2 separate brush fires and several other spot fires kept firefighters busy today off Homestead Road.
The black smoke billowed from the heavy brush and mesquite area near the VFW on Homestead. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue fought the fire, which engulfed about 20-foot by 20-foot area this morning around 10 a.m. This afternoon, approximately 2 p.m. in the same area, another brush fire occurred. Nye County Sheriff's Auxiliary closed the roadway while fire crews battled the blaze, which was first reported to be approximately 1 acre. Nye County Emergency Services fire crews were placed on standby in case the fire got out of control. Fire crews will be fighting the smoldering brush fire with shifting winds well into the evening. They will also be on alert because mesquite trees tend to burn hot with black smoke and also tend to rekindle. The cause of the fire is under investigation. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.
And now we would like to thank Horace Langford Jr. from the Pahrump Valley Times for these additional fire photos today. Doug?
That's me. In 2009, Nye County Sheriff's deputies took a report of a juvenile female who was contacted by an adult male on the internet. The male later extorted images and videos of her in various states of undress. Detectives identified 31-year-old Christopher Gunn of Walton County, Florida as their suspect. The FBI, the Walton County Sheriff's Department, and the Nye County Sheriff's Department collaborated in a 3-year-long investigation into the suspect's activities. This past May 15th, Christopher Gunn was indicted on multiple charges involving the online sextortion and cyberstalking of young girls ranging in ages from 13 to 17. The indictment was announced by Pamela C. Marsh, United States Attorney for the Northern District of Florida. The federal indictment alleges that Gunn, who was recently arrested on related charges in Alabama, extorted images and videos of minor females in, quote, various states of undress, naked, and engaging in sexually explicit conduct, end quote. The indictment also charges that Gunn violated federal cyberstalking statutes by engaging these females online with the, quote, intent to injure, harass, and cause substantial emotional distress, end quote. The conduct with which Gunn is charged is alleged to have occurred between October 2009 and March 2011. In total, the indictment alleges that Gunn victimized 11 minor females who resided in various states throughout the nation. Gunn is currently in custody in Montgomery, Alabama. If convicted on all charges in the Florida indictment, Gunn faces over 50 years in federal prison. This case is being brought as part of Project Safe Childhood, a nationwide initiative launched in May 2006 by the Department of Justice in order to combat the growing epidemic of child sexual exploitation and abuse. And coming up after the break, we're going to have more local news, so don't go anywhere.
News 46 is brought to you by Affiliated Chiropractic and Affiliated Physical Therapy. Come in for your free consultation. Call 775-727-8900. Our goal is to create the individual treatment plan that will restore your health and end pain.
Welcome back to News 46. Don Holbrook of Contour Entertainment and the Versitas Group met with the Nye County Commissioners yesterday to discuss the theme park feasibility study. He was expected to ask the board for some additional money to continue. The Pahrump Town Board gave him a reported $187,000 for the first study to find out if tourists would actually travel to Pahrump for a theme park.
Apparently, Mr. Kohlbarger from the town asked them, Contour, to come before the board and present what the plan was. He actually came up and said he was there to answer any questions. Commissioner Eastley had a list of questions that she went through. One of the most salient points I didn't think he answered was how many projects have they actually completed that are up and running and making money. So I went back on that and asked him that again, and the answer was none. They did have some trouble with one of their subcontractors who is in trouble in Ohio. And to me, the project, the town approved $187,000 to do this initial study. And then phase two was originally going to be, I believe it was around $800,000. They pared that down to $200,000. And then with that, what they were asking was for the state and county to come in and to, do a special tax district and find money to build this project that they have never completed one. That bothers me. The idea that a theme park here in Pahrump is going to draw people when they never survived in Vegas. They do have the one Circus still has some rides and stuff there. I made it clear that I'm not in support of continuing with these people and spending money on more studies. One of the other things they said was
even talk in the original when they came before the town board that this business is actually in business just to do studies, that they never completed projects. I mean, there was comments about that is what they do, is just do the study.
Yeah, I guess. I think we could do it without them, but they've done the initial study. They want more money, and part of that more money, they said they would have to lobby the state to get money. And I asked, is that part of this $200,000? No, that's separate. So we're going to have to spend more money on a lobbyist to lobby. It just keeps growing into some grand project that I don't think fits here. We have a fairgrounds property. For years we've had people work on it. It's been stalled. Let's put a lawn out there and a parking lot, and let's start with that. And then we can build from there.
And they went before the county commissioners to ask for more money to continue this?
Well, they didn't ask us for an amount, but that was ultimately what was going to happen, is they want the county and the state to help fund this project. And I'm good with private government partnerships. We need to increase the infrastructure. We need to get water and sewer and make sure properties are able to be built on. But this project just to me doesn't sound like it's going to go anywhere but more studies.
So what was the end result of this?
We told them thanks for coming.
According to the Pahrump Valley Times, Holbrook was named as a defendant in a complaint filed in the Montgomery County Court of Common Pleas of Dayton, Ohio. The lawsuit suggested that Holbrook's work product was not at all what was expected by the council and did not conform to the contract requirements that Holbrook was required to fulfill.
Anthony Greco is a candidate for Pahrump Town Board, and we spoke to him about his campaign.
Not bad at all. I'm not really fighting the big fight because there are 12 people running, so it's like a crapshoot now.
Yeah, so what are you hearing mostly from the citizens of what they would like to change or keep the same in the town of Pahrump?
The problem is they're unhappy with the town board because they don't think they have a voice anymore. And my whole thing is that I believe that people have something to say. One of the first things I'm running on is that the people should be able to speak before anything that's voted on in the town. They should be able to listen to the people. That we put them there, and they should listen to us. That's just one thing. There's 5 things that I'm running on. One of them is get rid of the town license, the business license. There's no reason for it. All it does is cause a problem for people. They have to get a state license because they have to have a town license, and it's just ridiculous. It's paperwork. It's a waste of money. It creates 2 or 3 jobs for the town, but it costs double of what they collect than they make on the town license. And as far as making somebody legitimate because they have a license, now what makes a person legitimate in business is being a good business person and doing the right thing for the customer. Word of mouth is better than any business license will ever do for you.
Have you ever ran or held a political office before?
I ran for town board in 2010, and one of the things I was running on was that the firefighters union was going to bankrupt Pahrump. And I'm not Nostradamus, but if you look at the last audit for the town, the ambulance service has us $500,000 in debt. So what I was running on was true. And unfortunately, people said some horrible things about me and made people change their vote. But that's okay. They have the right to do that as long as they don't try to make it seem like it's the truth.
Can you tell me what employment background you've had, a little bit of history about yourself?
I was the youngest person in the city of New York to be licensed by the police department to own a towing and road service business. I was #1 in the United States for All-State Motor Club for efficiency. Out of 1,200 service providers, I was #1. I was #1 in efficiency for Amico Motor Club for the whole Northeast of the United States. I believe in customer service, giving people what they want, and don't lie to the people.
If people would like to contact you regarding your campaign, how can they do that?
My home phone number is 866-Pahrump. That's a toll-free number, 866-Pahrump. My cell number is 877-Pahrump. I've had those numbers for 14 years.
And will you be having any upcoming meet and greets?
Probably not. I'm going to be doing a few of these. I have a lot of things going on with court right now in Pahrump, so I will be focusing on that and the campaign second.
2 fires about 60 miles southwest of Battle Mountain in Antelope Valley burned more than 6,000 acres. Both fires were caused by humans and are under investigation. There were no injuries of the incident and no buildings were destroyed. Antelope 1, Fire Department burned approximately 2,500 acres and Antelope 2 Fire Department burned approximately 3,600 acres. The impacts of both fires are being assessed and appropriate rehabilitation measures are being developed.
Fire everywhere.
I guess so. It's a day for fires.
I guess so. Okay. Well, right after the break, we're going to have more local news, so don't go anywhere.